When you can't think, what do you do? All your dead end attempts lead.
We are Big Brown Bear, Turbo Billy Death Blues from Dallas, Texas, and this song is Poking the Bear.
Hey everybody, Roger Predactor back here at the Dead Dog Barn, another episode of that Behind the Red Car. Today's band I have Big Brown Bear. Did I say that right?
That's us, yeah.
Alright. Well, go around and introduce yourselves over here.
I'm Brooks, aka Curtis E. Bear.
He's the nice one of the group.
Uh-oh.
Name's Cody. I'm known as Papa Bear.
I'm Jesse. Do I have it?
Well, not yet.
Please tell me it's not Baby Bear.
No.
It was for a little while, but we're working on the details here.
Red Panda.
Red Panda.
All right, so this is Big Brown Bear name. I'm gonna jump right into it. Is this a theme, or y'all? Where'd this come from?
I was really drunk one day, and I was trying to think of like an easy to remember name, something simple, something phonetic, and I was really laying in bed drunk, and I went Big Brown Bear, and then that stuck. That's
I didn't know what he was
We were next to him, but we didn't hear him say that.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
bed. So.
we sleep in a very specific order. We have an alarm set to roll over at synchronized times. That way, it's a surprise every morning to who gets, you know, teenage boy stuff, huh? Yeah.
It's like a human centipede situation, only lower.
A little bit, yeah. Boner. We're talking about boners.
Yeah.
Boners.
Morning wood.
Morning wood.
So this isn't a roommate situation.
No.
Okay, that's all right. That's good.
Well, I mean, it used to be. Jesse and I actually lived together for a couple of years,
Okay.
in a big house, and that was pretty cool.
That's how I got roped into the band. I didn't.
I
didn't
literally
get a
forced
question
it. Yeah,
about it.
I got home from work one day and I decided I was going to actually go forward with Big Brown Bear. And so he's not like I literally said, sit down at the drums. I'm going to show you these songs, and I bullied him into it because I'm a lot bigger than he is, and that's just how it works.
Sounds kind of Dave Grohl-ish.
Sort of, yeah. It's worked, and as far away as he tries to run, including moving all the way out to Longview. I keep
Longview,
moving him
jeez.
back in. Just, I know where you live, dude. You fucked up and gave me your address, so I can come to your house. So,
So what kind of music do you guys like playing?
we call ourselves Turbo Billy Death Blues. It's
whoa, slow that down. Let's say Turbo
Billy Death Blue.
Turbo Billy Death Blues.
Billy Death.
Yeah,
Blues.
it's like if Johnny Cash and Lemmy got together and did a whole bunch of cocaine and started playing surf music. So a little bit of country, a little bit of
okay.
psychobilly, a little bit of stoner, a little bit of grunge, just loud, mean, fast, and dirty.
Okay. How long has this project been going on?
It's kind of a loaded question. Like in actual
Well, Big Brown Bear.
forming it, 8 years. Did we figure that out the other day? 8 years.
I would say long enough that it should be better.
Yes. Yeah. We should be way fucking better.
Well, I feel that.
Yeah. So it's an idea that I had rolling around in my head for the last 20 years or so, and just after moving to Texas and playing in a bunch of other people's bands, it just kept growing on me and pushing on me more to where I was like, I really, really want to do this, and so I just kind of shifted focus and put together about, I want to say it was like 8 years ago from what we've looked on Facebook, because that reminds us of everything. So yeah, about 8 years now.
So what makes you want to play the music that you call
Turbo Billy Death Blues.
yes?
It's just listening to different stuff. Like one of my biggest influences is a band, Peter Pan Speed Rock out of the Netherlands.
Okay.
Inside. Then you got bands like, Mastodon throws it in there. Zeke from Tacoma, Seattle area, just like speed rock and kind of thrash rock without fully delving into like metal or punk. Just kind of touching on all these areas and just kind of. Playing the stuff that I want to hear, like that's kind of how I write. Like I write the songs, and it's stuff that I would want to listen to. So I just kind of follow my own leads on that stuff and go from there. Like if it's not, if I'm writing a song and I don't feel like it's something that I want to listen to, then that song is fucking done. Like I don't want to finish it or put any more effort into it.
Okay. So have you guys done many shows together, like at bars and clubs, stuff like that?
Yeah, we've played all over DFW, all over Fort Worth, all over Dallas. There's a few venues that we, with the exception of a couple of them, there's actually very few venues that we haven't played. We met Brooks 2 years ago, and literally within the first week of meeting him, we had a little mini tour booked out to Virginia. So we brought Brooks in, practiced with him one time and said, that's good enough, get in the fucking van, we're going to Virginia. So like literally, we
I drove a van to Virginia.
Yeah, we literally had the one practice and said, yeah, you can do it. And we stopped in Tennessee and Nashville, played a show in Nashville, went out to Virginia, played a show in Richmond, and then...
And they had more confidence in me than I had in myself.
Yeah.
Just to still slow down the story. Did you already have the show booked in Nashville?
We did, yeah.
Okay.
We had that.
I was wondering how hard it is there. We're going to Virginia. Oh, we gotta go through Nashville. Let's get a fucking show. I mean,
Yeah, just the whole path. It ended up taking us through Nashville all the way, and it worked out. And then Brooks tried to quit a couple times, and I was like, "You motherfucker, I have
Okay.
a knife that I will use on you." And
I mean, like we all know Dallas, Fort Worth, and you say Longview.
Yeah.
No. So even for us DFW people, Longview seems like way the fuck out there, you know, or way the
Which
fuck.
we've played out there a few times now
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So y'all have had some good gigs out that way.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
that last one
We
we
played
did.
this skate shop, and there was a bunch of kids there, and that's awesome when you can play in front of a bunch of kids. Cause,
And you say kids, like 20-year-olds or
no,
like.
I'm,
No,
I'm
like-
talking like under 18. Their
Oh,
parents
yeah.
were there with them, and they ripped the posters off the wall and were asking for autographs.
Like it was a really good throwback to when you first got into the scene and you
So
were
y'all had
young.
posters.
Well,
I
they
mean,
they had
the
made
skate
posters
shop.
for the show, but it's just a really good
Skate shop
throwback
made
to.
posters.
They did a good job of promoting it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it really reminded us of like when we were young, that age, like 15, 16, and you know you had really no options to do anything on a Friday or
No,
something.
I'm skate shop. Can they skate there? Or, is it just to buy stuff like
I mean,
Gadzooks?
I mean, well, buy stuff, but then they clear it out and make it where you can skate and everything.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I
So
mean,
they,
so like I remember where you go to places and buy your trucks and your wheels and boards and all that shit.
Yeah.
But there, where you couldn't skate there. It was
Yeah.
like a place in the mall, Gadzooks or
yeah, right.
shit like that.
No, this
you
is
know?
Ollie's skate shop in
Okay.
downtown Long Beach.
But no matter. You can promote it.
All these Longview,
Hell yeah, dude. Throw
Thank
it
you,
out
Zach.
there.
Yeah, no, they do.
But they have like a half pipe or something.
I mean, they change it around in there. It'll be retail, and then they'll move stuff around.
Yeah, so actually,
or they'll set
in
up
the
stuff.
store.
I mean, it's literally downtown, so they'll set up stuff where they have kind of like.
I mean, it sounds pretty cool.
yeah, it's like one of those old school Texas downtown areas, so they can close down that main street.
I mean,
and set
but
up-
from here in Longview, coming from Dallas, it's like, wow, that's way out in the fucking country, man.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
only
for-
2.5
for-
hours, but
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Dallas, you can leave your house in Dallas and drive for 2 hours and still fucking be in Dallas. So
Yeah, and when your drummer lives there, and you can stay at his house.
I can get to Austin
now.
in 4,
Yeah.
depending on
Right.
traffic.
no, but it was a cool place. In fact, when they had us play there, they had it was like a rail ramp that they were using to block off half the day because you walk into the skate shop and as soon as you walk in, you have to go around like the main desk and to kind of direct traffic for the show. They have their own movable like rail ramp for skating and stuff that they used to block it off, that big box thing.
Yeah.
And
If
then-
I knew more about skating, I would be.
Yeah, me too. I'm just calling it a rail ramp because it was a ramp and it had rails, and I've played enough Tony Hawk to know that that's a rail ramp.
Yeah.
Now, see, our game was Skate or Die on the Nintendo.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Or die.
I did. The soundtrack's going in my head right now.
Yeah,
So.
I mean that was cool shit when we was kids. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know your ages, but I can tell.
Oh, we were there.
Surf Design.
We were there.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still have my original Nintendo that I got for Christmas in 1988.
Wow. I have one, but it's not my original.
He has like every. What was the thing that you just got, the Magnavox or
Yeah, Magnavox is like
something?
I don't know.
We just busted out
It's like an Atari / Commodore. Like I don't even remember the thing. He sent me pictures, and I thought it was
The
an Atari.
Magnavox Odyssey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
had one of
Odyssey
those.
2, but yes.
Odyssey 2. I had
Yes,
an Odyssey
2.
1 when I was a kid. I wish like fuck I still had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got one.
Yeah, I got one. I haven't
Well,
even hooked
he
it up
just
yet.
got.
I mean,
He found it. In a
just
box
got it out of
like
storage.
years ago.
So
That's
I got a
fucking cool.
I got a Wii package on the internet for like Macari, the website, and fucking it came with an interesting game called Hot Wheels. You know, like the little toy cars, Hot Wheels. I'm playing
Didn't you
game.
paint them?
I got fucking
and
shit.
stuff?
Was
Yeah,
wild,
I remember
man.
that game.
Or penny racers, little fucking
Yeah.
cards, put the little penny in and tilt it back. And goes,
Front wheels off the ground and shit.
oh yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, where's the coolest place you guys played at? Not the skate shop, or I mean, right now you talk about that a little bit.
place.
So here's my argument for Virginia
Okay.
because
All right. Here we go.
even though it's like I'm not even gonna go to that part of it, but it was an old building like over as like it was in downtown Virginia, like the formation of the country, so like 200-300-year-old buildings, and we were playing upstairs, but they had this pulley system to where it was literally like you load where the car is over here, and they just had this big platform. You loaded all your gear on top of it, and they just cranked it up like this hand elevator to the second story, and it was there. It was super cool. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to carry my shit up all the stairs. And they're like, no, we got you.
This
Yeah.
is also pretty cool.
Yeah, no, this one's pretty cool. Like how often? What is that? A 60?
Yeah.
'66 Mustang.
66.
Been in my family
Yeah.
since like '68, somewhere in there. I've been slowly working on it, and just a little project.
Yeah. Well, it goes fast because you got that starter fluid sitting there on the fucking, like, right there to go. So that means it's going to crank up loud.
Looking at that was my grandma's little car, and that's a granny mobile, man. She called it Betsy.
We need to make a separate video where you tell the story of the car. That way, people understand the meaning of behind the red car and why the red car has such a.
She called it Betsy,
place.
but anyway. But fuck, man. So where you're with all this wild stuff, I want to know your individual influences in your music. You take what makes you play drums or bass?
Brooks, go first.
I'm a huge Ramones fan.
Okay.
So Ramones, and then all the '90s Lookout Records stuff, Screeching Weasel, the Queers, and then all the bands that are still doing that shit, like the Jasons and the Radio Buzzkills.
Where were the Dead Milkmen on that?
Dead Milkmen. I actually proposed to my wife at a Dead Milkmen concert while they were playing Punk
shit.
Rock Girl. Yeah. Yeah, so I love the Dead Milkmen. Dead Milkmen were my start into punk rock for sure, man.
I only knew him because Bitch and Camaro.
Bitch and Camaro, dude.
Yeah, that was the song.
Well, we heard that punk rock girl song. It was huge. It was huge. It was on MTV and everything, and me and my friends heard that.
Wow, I never remember them on MTV. Holy crap!
They were. That song was huge, man. And my friend's dad had this huge record collection. He was he's what I like to call genre fluid. So he liked jazz and punk and all this different stuff, and he had that Big Lizard in My Backyard record, and we started listening to it because he didn't have the Beelzebubba that had the punk rock girl on it, but he had that Big Lizard in My Backyard, and we started. Dude, I was like 12 or 13, and we started listening to that all the time, every day. I love that. I love that record. Bitch and Camaro, fucking. Yeah, dude,
Best
that
Thanksgiving
song.
ever, the story. Man, I can't find that nowhere no more. I had a tape that had Bitch and Camaro, and it was called The Best Thanksgiving Ever. Talking about he got a turkey and sat in the back of the car for weeks and got salmonella and it killed his whole family.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a
I'll have to
rare.
find it.
It's funny. But all right, so what makes you want to play drums?
What?
He doesn't want to play drums. We just make him.
Cody!
Yeah.
Cody's what makes me want to play drums!
Yeah, almost like I picked.
Cody, big guy.
I want to play anything, but I picked drums first, and so I guess I'm stuck with it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Jesse comes from a musical family too. Like both
Yeah.
his parents are music teachers. They're both very talented people. Gotta throw Chris's Mosrite in the action. Chris's dad's a super amazing super guitar player. Has an original Mosrite from
Who was this?
his dad.
Okay.
Has an original Mosrite from the '60s, Huge in the Shadows and stuff like that. Dude just completely shreds surf guitar. And then
They were not happy when they found out I had my main interest in drums. Anything else a little bit more melodic, a little more? No? Okay, so, yeah.
Really?
They were, I mean, they eventually, when they figured out I was pretty stuck on it, they still supported it, but they were kind of like, come on.
nah, man.
Try something else. So, I mean, I had, piano lessons and lots of other stuff.
Yeah, he plays a lot more instruments than you would be privy to.
With parents that teach music like that, I'm sure they try to teach you every instrument you could think of.
No, honestly, you think so, but I think they were waiting to see, because I'd show an interest, and they'd wait to see if, is it legit? Is he actually interested? Because, I showed interest in guitar at 9, and my dad is like you said, a shredder, and my dad wasn't like, all right, here we go, here's a guitar, put it here. No, he was like, when your hands get a little bigger, we'll see. I can't believe that, thinking back now, that, he delayed,
We're still waiting on Jesse's hands to get bigger.
Hey man, I'm never growing in. But so did you play the piano
a little bit. I play that and some keys and a little bit of.
like that, or
Yeah.
it takes talent to play that shit, man.
And he also plays the upright bass in their country, right? The 3
Country,
band.
folk, Americana-ish,
Yeah.
whatever you
I mean,
want.
plays an upright bass,
You
so,
get a bucket and write tune on it. There's no way I'm carrying that bitch. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket. All right, so
Well, for me, I'm kind of a child of the Pacific Northwest and the whole grunge era. I grew up in the 80s and 90s.
okay.
In the height, I had the flannel fucking
Everybody
sweaters
has
tied
flannel,
around my
okay.
vest and, that kind of shit. And just slowly got interested, come from like a smallish, weird town in Washington and still got exposed to punk at an early age. And I still remember like walking into the venue, 'cause there's nothing to do in my hometown, especially if you're a kid. And then this one venue started doing underage shows, and I got to see the Creeps. And I was like 14, and I just remember like walking in and being like, "What the fuck is this?"
So
shit?
Washington State.
Yeah.
When did you leave Washington State?
Well, I was actually born in Texas.
Oh,
I was born out in West Texas,
Well,
out in Midland. Moved up to Washington when I was 4, and then I moved back to Texas when I was 22. And
okay. So you spent 4 to 22 in Washington.
Yeah, I've lived in Texas. I turned 40 this year, so I spent most of my life in Texas. But
Well, you got some pivotal years.
yeah, no, absolutely. My development years up there in that grunge scene definitely affects the way that we.
You were a teenager when Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. And,
I was a child. Yeah, I was an elementary school child. I was like 10 when Kurt Cobain shot himself, and just remember like seeing it on the news and be like, "Oh, I know that guy. Oh, he's dead. Oh,
It's fun. You and I are the same age.
Yeah, it was just like fucking, you
Same
know,
here.
think about stuff when you're 10, and then just slowly got into other stuff. Just listening to stuff. I've always been pretty fluid when it comes to music. As long as it sounds good, I'm into it, and I think it comes out in a lot of the stuff that we write and we play. It's just a huge, amalgamation of all sorts of different stuff.
all right. So
So here's a question most bands tend to get a lot. If you had to compare yourselves to another band, like a big band, a national act, who would come closest, if anyone at all?
So the two that I hear, well, the three that I hear the most is Maelian and the Sons of Disaster, and then Clutch, and then Mastodon. Those are the three that out of, in fact, I got all three at the last show we played, but those would be the three that I personally get told that we sound like. What about, I don't know if you guys hear anything
What
different.
about you guys? Y'all agree with that assessment, or do y'all have different opinions?
I think Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Some Beyonce for good
Yeah.
measure.
I mean,
That's why we have
well,
a
man,
skinny
he's
blonde.
kind of got the Taylor Hawkins.
I've heard that multiple
little.
times, which I take that as a great compliment.
I
so.
mean, he got the little look going on. Well,
well, except for the fact that you're still alive.
oh, hey,
bum bum bum.
I'm gonna tell you what. If those guys were partying, they're still partying. I went and seen Foo Fighters on May 1st at the Smirnoff or whatever. I think that's what it's called. No, Dos Equis, whatever the fuck it's called. But
Jexa, as the rest of us in Dallas know it, or Starplex.
Yeah, Starplex.
But man, that motherfucker was the most crowded show I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't never seen that motherfucker that crowded. And I mean, they put on a goddamn show. I mean, it was 8 p.m. they went on, and they weren't getting off at 11. I mean,
No.
it was 11. I was leaving. I'm done. I've had enough Foo Fighters.
I would agree with those as a combination. Maybe not like specifically one of
Yeah.
them in particular, but like if you kind of mush those together, I'm like I can see where that comes from.
Well, this is the part where I ask you guys to self-promote, and where can we find your music or your videos or anything like that?
Well, we are Big Brown Bear. You can find us on all major streaming platforms across the world. Most prevalently, you can find us on Spotify, Instagram, Bandcamp, YouTube, anywhere that you can find music. Our music is there. What little we do have released. The best thing you can do for small bands like us is just give us that like and give us that follow. If we post something, like it. You don't necessarily, and it's appreciated if you share it. You don't have to share it, but every little thing helps. All these big national acts that you spend hundreds of dollars to go see were once places like us where we're playing for nobody but the other bands and their girlfriends in small venues for free. And we do it because we love doing it, and that's why we're struggling to say it out loud, but we're older men now, and we're still doing it. Like we don't have that grandeur of, it definitely isn't the 70s and 80s where some executive is going to pop into one of our shows and we're going to be the next big thing. We're realistic about it, but we do this because we love doing it. We want to do it, and it's still fun to us, even if we're not playing in front of anybody. But just giving us and every other local little band that like and that follow does so much more than anybody could actually realize. And just we're always super appreciative of it, and we love talking to people after shows, and we try to do stupid funny stuff whenever we can, and as long as we're still physically able to do this, I think we'll do it. Because, like I said, I'm bigger than both of them, and they don't really have a fucking choice at this point. Because I've been bullying them for years. But when I physically can't bully them into doing this anymore is when we'll probably quit it. But
But we do have more on the way.
Yeah,
we have more that's in the process of coming out. Like we
We
have
do,
a little bit
yeah.
out. So
Do y'all have any shows coming up like September or October? Because this season's not going to release until July and August.
actually, as of right now, we don't have anything else booked.
All good.
But we do have some recordings that are going to be coming out. We're fixing to head back into the studio in June and July to release some more of our material.
Yeah.
We're recording at Studio
237.
237. Yeah, that's the room from
The Shine.
The Shine. Yeah, see, he's on top of it. Why don't you just talk? The Shine. So room 237. That's Bill from the Grand Dams. Grand Dams is great friends of ours. We play with them and probably have played with the Grand Dams the most out of everybody, even more than the Infamous, because Justin and I used to be in a band together before this one, and we played a bunch with them in the other band, and continue to play with them these days. It's great studio. All the stuff that we have released right now, with the exception of Dead Girls, which we did in Jesse's garage, outhouse, camper. We've done through Bill with the Grand Dams, and it's just something we're super stoked to be a part of, and super stoked that he asked us to do it, and even more excited about how good it sounds. You listen to Poking the Bear. We have our most recent release, and we did that with Bill at 237 Studios, and it sounds great.
All right, well, man, you guys haven't even done sound check yet.
Real quick, website, Instagram, Facebook, any of it, how do they find you?
You can find us on Instagram, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Spotify, you can even find us on fucking Pandora, because that's apparently still a goddamn thing. Napster's even still a fucking thing.
Search Big Brown Bear.
Just search Big Brown Bear Band.
Big Brown Bear Band.
At Big Brown Bear Band. You'll find us there on Twitter, on Instagram for that stuff, and just give us a follow and a like.
I know I'm ready to hear this. Call it again. The
Turbo Billy Death Blues.
Turbo Billy Death Blues. I'm ready to hear this.
Well, we're excited to play for you guys. Thanks for having us out here.
Thank you guys for coming out here. I
Yeah.
mean, this is an old
Cheers.
Raggedy Bow fucking barn, and hope y'all like it. I know we're gonna like it.
We don't have a fucking choice.
Well, until next time.
We are Big Brown Bear, and this song is Dead Men Tell No Tale. Away the life
Okay, so
Drugs. Oh my God, there's drugs.
Of course there is.
This is King of the American Dream. In most days I wish to death